Okay, so this is my new iOTA 360. When I say my iOTA 360, it's actually my daughter's. We've taken the decision to go out and buy her a laptop because she's in her first year at high school and there's lots of homework coming through now on the internet. And rather than us struggling by doing it on a desktop PC where she's got to sit in front of it, or doing it on the tablet, which hasn't got very good input interface with it. As I say, we've gone out and we've got this for that reason. So I've set it up with me as the administrator, but she's on her own account. So if we open it up and have a look at it, we can get started. It boots up itself. There is an on button on the side, but I've been signed on, so really all I should need to do is press the mouse pad. Yep, up and running there. Why did we choose this one? Well, predominantly, I've got to say, it was the price. If she drops this, it's not going to be the end of the world. The price that we've paid for it, I'm more than happy that, you know, accidents are going to happen and she's not going to get shouted at if something bad does happen to it. The processor speed, that's good as well. So we've got the Atom 5 processor, or an Atom processor, and it's running at 1.44 gigahertz, which is fast enough for anything that she wants to do. I'll take you through some video and bits and pieces as well. I've also loaded Office onto it, so I'll show you running on that because she's doing PowerPoints and she's doing Word along with all the internet and bits and pieces like that. So screen size, well, on the diagonal we've got 11.6 inches. I just touched it there, and it's touch screen, which was the other reason that we got it for. You can get laptops that are cheaper than this, but they're not touchscreen. And what's the point in having a Windows 10 PC if you're not going to have something that's touchscreen to run with it? Well, that's my opinion anyway. So as I said, it's 11.6 inch on the diagonal. It's also a HD screen. I think it's 1366 by 768, if I'm not mistaken. I did have it written down somewhere. I'll come on to the hinge in a second or two, because that's what makes this worthwhile getting. So let's just link some things together. It's a Windows 10 PC. It's got a touch screen on it. Why wouldn't you have it as a tablet? I'll explain what I mean by that. So there we go, it's closed. When we open it, it's a tablet. If we spin it like that, you can stand it up to watch a video without anything being here. If you want to do, you can turn it fully into a tablet, and you can see how the screen turned itself automatically. If I want it as a tablet, close it together, and there's a tablet. Now if that's on your knee, what's going to happen? I just turned it off there. If that's on your knee, what's going to happen is the keyboard is going to start being pressed. So to stop that, there's a button on the side there, switch, sorry, and if you press it, you've just disabled the keypad. It won't work now. So now you've got a fully functioning tablet, which is great, and it turns round automatically. So this is the best thing about Windows. It's absolutely fantastic for things like this. In a tablet mode like that, you can go into the settings and turn it into a fully fledged tablet. So now, when you go into the back, you're in a full tablet mode, which is for fingers as opposed to a mouse. You can turn it back if you want. Simply just turn it like that, and it goes back. But if you've got big fingers like me, you're going to want it properly as a tablet. So let's just take it back out of that, and put it back to being a fully fledged laptop. Switch the keyboard back on again. Right, now let's have a look. You want to see how it runs as a video player as well. So if we go into here, it comes with 32 gig of onboard storage, so that's your ROM, and it's got 2 gig of RAM. Now your RAM's your speed, and 2 gig is basically, you don't want anything less than that. It's great to have more, but all that lot adds to the cost of it. So what you've got is 32 gig of RAM, of ROM, 2 gig of RAM. Link that with a processor and it works fine. What you can do though is you can extend the storage on it. So where you've got 32 gig, you can put in an SD card, which I've got here. So we've transferred all the pictures and everything over in a video, or some of the video, and it'll take up to 64 gig. So now I'm up at 96, if I'm not mistaken. So 96 gig of storage on here, which is more than enough. And if we go into the card that I've got on, so we've got our pictures and everything there, and I've put JAWS on just so that you can see it in action. We'll expand it so it does the full screen. Move it forward. There we go. Control the volume. Function key, and then volume up and down there. Or you could do it again manually with your finger. Let me just pause it for a second with my finger, because I do want to show you on the underside you've got 2 speakers, so you've got stereo speakers. I'll go through the ports. You've got a standard USB port, that's where the micro SD card is. That's your on off button. That's your switching the keyboard off or on, whichever way in. You've got a you've got a USB 3 port as well, which is your fast USB port. Basically after USB 3 you're into USB-C, which is a whole other ball game. That's your earphone port, and then you've got your micro HDMI port if you want to send out to the TV or anything. So what else have we got? As far as connection goes, there is Bluetooth 4, so you can connect to any of your Bluetooth devices. You can external speakers or anything like that, headphones. One thing that Tia likes to do is listen to Spotify through the tablet, well, through her old tablet, now through this, and obviously transmit to the headphones. You've got Wi-Fi, which is what we're running on now. There's a micro SD card on the side up to 64 gig. There's the mini HDMI port, which I've pointed out already. The 2 USB ports. Trying to think if there's anything else. The headphone. No, that's it with regard to connections. Battery. It's an 8,000 megaamp hour lithium polymer battery. So that's a step up from lithium ion. It should be a little bit faster to charge. It should last a little bit longer than a lithium ion. So what's quoted on this is 7 hours. Now, obviously, the brighter you've got the screen, or the louder you've got the music, or the more processing applications that it's doing, then that will reduce. But on average, it's quoted at 7 hours. Front-facing camera for if you're doing any Skype. And again, I'd probably put it into the tent mode and use it like that. So you've got your camera at the top. It's really good for watching movies. I mean, you can see, I'll just take it back there, open it up, start it again. See if I can turn the volume up like this. Oh, there we are. There's the volume. It's already up to 100. But yeah, if you've got it with headphones, then all the better. So just move that up there. That's what else is going on. There we go. You'll be able to see it on the camera a bit better now. So that's a 360 hinge. You've got your front facing camera, you've got your 8,000 mAh lithium polymer battery. Not much more to say, really. Let me just turn the video off and I'll just show you the office applications that I've put on. Because I think at this price, especially for my daughter, the office is, oh, we know what's going to happen now. There we go. Jaws comes out in the background. Right, close that down. So we've got the tabs up here for the internet. We can go anywhere where we want. Arsenal and Tottenham. There we go. Anyway, back to the start screen there. So we can go into Excel. Where's Excel? We can go into Word. Close that down. PowerPoint. Close that down. So, in summary then, absolutely fantastic. Turn the keyboard off, turn it into a tablet. Superb to use as a tablet, superb to use as a laptop. Screen's plenty big enough. The price, accidents will happen. I'm not all that bothered if an accident does happen to this. I think the only, and it's not a negative because it does help with the weight of it, is the screen is it's a plastic screen. So if you're not careful, it could be prone to scratching. It hasn't scratched for us yet, but I'm just highlighting that as something that might happen. And also the keyboard, although it's a QWERTY keyboard, I think it's a US QWERTY keyboard. And by that, if you're used to shift and the ampersand being there, it's not, it's up here. So the ampersand and the quotation marks are reversed on an English keyboard. The ampersand would be down there and the quotation marks would be up there. But other than those two things, this is a lovely little laptop. When you close it, it's a narrow laptop. The weight is something that, for me, it gives it a character. It's not overly heavy. It's not too light. It feels robust. And that's it. It's a recommendation from me and from my daughter.